is based solely upon the realm who owns that keep and what its status is, whether it's captured or uncaptured by the other realm. Does that make sense?
Yes, I think okay.
Okay.
But you will see at any time what was the original realm, or
so the original realm that owns that keep, that is the keep. It doesn't. If it's an elven keep and a chaos guy captures it, it doesn't change into a chaos keep. It's still an elvish keep. It's in elvish lands. What happens is it'll take on an appearance of, it'll smoke, and it'll take on an appearance of destruction. Yeah, so it doesn't change, but it doesn't grow and do all sorts of crazy things like doing in Camelot.
Yeah. You say that there are 15 hours to spare after the time the city is there.
Yep.
You give us to take it. That means the users won't have access to the city or city for 15 hours.
That's correct. You definitely want your capital city. You don't want other people to take it.
Yeah.
So let me explain what that means. In general, you've got a whole bunch of things that you want in your capital city. There's merchant services and your auction houses and stuff like that. If you lose your capital city, we have what we call like the black market outside. So the refugees from your capital city being attacked leave. And they go outside, out the back door, basically. So, in general, your really important services, the stuff that you really want, you generally have access to that. But there are some things that you won't have access to. All those quests, all that cool stuff that you got, it's still back in your city. So you can go and you can still use your auction house, you can go and you can still use your guild merchants. You can do most of the things that you wanted. Maybe it costs you a little more, because the guys out there know that you really desire it, so they're going to charge you a little more for doing it. But they're there for you. And then 12 to 18 hours later, you get back to it. Yeah, you want to keep your cities. There's definitely a benefit to having them. That's a good thing.
It must be painful enough that you don't think, okay,
it's a super tough
for 48 hours.
Absolutely.
You will get it back.
It's a super tough balance, and you guys are all right, and you're very right for calling out that, ooh, that's hard. Absolutely, it's hard. This is really hard. It's a very hard balance between how long do you let the enemies have the city? How easy do you make it for the defenders to take it back? This is all of the stuff that when I stand on stage this morning and say, hey, these are all the feedback we're getting from beta, and these are the things that we're seeing, and this is the pieces of polish that we need to put in place. That's what we're doing right now. And we're seeing all of this, and we've had a lot of experience with garbage Camelot. We'll get it right. So one of the things that I wanted to talk to you guys about, and I'll give you a chance for more questions in a second, is how the banner system works with guilds. Have you guys heard this? Mm-hmm. Somebody talked about this. Let me talk to you about it a little bit. You can stop me. Steve, you can stop me if I'm rambling. So the banner system in guilds, we talked about this a little bit where you have heraldry. You have a banner that you can carry onto the battlefield. It's pretty cool. It's a neat concept. We did a little bit of the same thing in Dark Age of Camelot. Our banners, we've kind of taken to some cool, interesting levels. So, as a guild, I can have a banner. It's got my guild heraldry on it. I can carry it in battle. I can plant it in the ground. I can wave it. Different things that I can do with my banner give different abilities to the players around me. My guild gets tactics that I can put on my banner. Those give those types of abilities to the players around me. But my banner's actually in danger. If I'm holding my banner and somebody kills me, not only do I fall to the ground, my banner falls to the ground. The enemy can pick up my banner off the ground, literally, take it back to a keep in the area that he owns, hang my tattered banner on the wall, along with all the other tattered banners from all of his enemies. In order to get my banner back, I've got to go to the keep, get it back, to recapture my banner. Now, guilds have multiple banners. We don't want them to be totally destitute without a banner, but it provides just one more mini game within the RVR area for you to kind of gloat over. So that's just one more thing that I want you guys to be aware of.
Is there any...
Go ahead, Becca.
You said guild tactics?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, good.
Is there any dedicated flag bearer? Is it a dedicated flag bearer?
So each guild earns the right to dedicate the ability for specific people in his guild to be flag bearers. Now, once you're a flag bearer, you can choose to either not pull your banner out or leave it, pull it out. It's up to you as a flag bearer. Once you pull it out, you become a target, and you can't use your normal weapons. You can only use your banner. Your banner can actually be used to attack, but not with your normal abilities. You have special banner abilities. They're not very strong, so you kind of have to make the trade-off of, I'm going to use my banner, I'm going to rally my troops, I'm going to plant my banner, I'm going to stab with my banner, and I hope that my friends protect me and keep me alive. Go ahead.
When guilds take keeps,
yes.
How long do you expect them to hold them?
Oof, that's tough. Depends upon the guild. Some guilds are going to be able to upgrade a keep and to hold on to it longer, depending upon how rich they are, what the size of their guild is, how dedicated they are to it. Our expectation is that the keeps are going to change hands probably every 4 to 5 hours. That would be our guess. Now, I can tell you from experience in Dark Age of Camelot that some keeps will not change hands for days, because guilds will just squat in them and never let anybody have them.
Will you be able to attack? Do you have to take all the keys before you attack the capital city?
No.
So we can more or less have a situation where one guild takes a keep close to the capital city, watch guild greenskins invade and not do anything.
Could you have a guild who owns a keep and then lets their capital city fall? Yes.
More of a rhetorical question.
Yeah. Technically, could you have somebody who just stays back and doesn't fight for their capital city? Sure.
What's the system for attacking the capitals? What do you have to achieve to be able to attack them?
So it's all about the campaign that I was talking about. It's all about zone ownership. So the things that play the most into zone ownership as you move through the game, the things that play the most into it are RVR, first and foremost. The different pieces of RVR that play different roles, skirmish. In other words, I'm just killing enemy players. As I kill enemy players, I am gaining zone control. I'm gaining victory points. So that's probably the smallest piece, actually. Scenarios, all of the instant stuff you do is along with keeps, the two biggest pieces. So owning keeps and dominating scenarios help me the most to gain zone control. Owning objectives is probably the second or third biggest. All of the PvE stuff is probably tied for fourth. So all of those things together enable you to capture a zone. Remember though, I can capture a zone by being great in any one of these or any two of these. I don't have to be great dominating every one of them. If my realm is great in PvE and also owns a bunch of objectives, I capture the zone. If my realm owns all the keeps, dominates in scenarios, I can capture the zone. So by going through and capturing zone number 1 and then moving to zone number 2, by capturing zone number 1, it literally pushes the warfront to zone number 2. So I can then go to zone number 2, and that's where all my victory points start to count. I can actually fight any of these zones, but there's one primary zone in each racial pairing that is the contested zone, the zone where the battle is at.
So basically, the other side can't just pass one zone on which there is a front and start fighting on another one.
Correct, but there's actually 3 fronts. So I can choose to fight in this front, or I can choose to come over here and fight in this front. Oh my God, we're winning here, but they're winning there. So we have 3 battles that are happening at any given time.
So the zones change as they change control.
They do, probably not as much as we would all love to see. Crazy stuff happens in the zones, and chaos stuff pops on the ground. Not like that. How do they change? Things like new guards that spawn and patrol the areas. The flags around the zone change from destruction to order if order controls the zone. The sky changes when the good guys and the bad guys capture the zone. There's things like around each RVR area there's a war camp. It's an area where it's a staging area for your realm before you go into RVR. It's like a little town. So there's a little town near the RVR area. If I own the zone, I can raid your war camp and I can fight all your cool war camp bosses and stuff in there. So there's different things that happen in the zone when you capture it, but it's medium level stuff.
So you don't get access to additional quests by controlling the zone?
Well, actually you do. There are quests. There are quests by capturing a zone. There are different quests that open up, different public quests that open up. Absolutely.
When you mentioned RVR areas, I never played Dark Age of Camelot. But those are not instances, right?
Exactly. How is it conceived?
I should have brought my big cool map to show you guys. So the way that RVR works in our game, and I apologize, I'll start with the next presentation with this first. So if you look at a racial pairing, so if this is greenskins and this is dwarves, let's say, they're actually paired up from the very beginning.